everybody. Good morning. I hope you guys are having a fantastic start to your day if you are up already. But I wanted to post this amazing video for anyone that's going to Hawaii. This is some critical information. And I also wanted to share this with other people that's not even in my circle, because this information will save your vacation when you get to Hawaii. And I'm going to start with this. Anyone traveling to Hawaii, you must create a safe travel account. That's number one. You must have a COVID negative test taken within 72 hours before your departure. The tricky part is the test has to come from an approved location that is on the Hawaii Safe Travel site. So if you're going to Hawaii, you can't just get any test and you can't just go anywhere. You can't go to your doctor. You can't go to some walk-in clinic. You can't go to the neighborhood pharmacy around the corner. You can't use an antigen test. You have to get the test that Hawaii approves. This is really important, and I'm going to share with you why in just a second. Also, before you get to Hawaii, you must upload your documents. You cannot upload your documents when you get to Hawaii. Again, you must upload your documents, meaning your COVID-19 test. You must fill out the portion in the Safe Travels account that you're going to create and put your trip information. It's going to ask you what hotel you're staying in so they can verify that. It's going to ask you what time you're arriving, what is your flight number, because that has to match with your 72-hour flight itinerary. They're really serious. They do not care if you have a vaccine. Let me be clear. Because some people are like, I'm vaccinated, so am I. So is my husband, and so is most of the women that are going on this trip. But just because you're vaccinated does not eliminate you from getting a COVID-19 test, uploading it in your Safe Travels account, and making sure that you fill out the questionnaire in your Safe Travel account 24 hours before you fly. Okay, they won't even allow you to fill out the safe questionnaire, the COVID questionnaire that's in the Safe Travels account until you are 24 hours out of your flight. And they'll know that because you have to enter your trip information. Okay, when you get your COVID-19 test results, most places will send you an email, and it's going to be in a PDF, which is excellent. Because the site that we're going to need to upload our documents, they only will accept a PDF. If you're going to a place that's approved by Hawaii and they hand you a piece of paper, you have to take that to a Staples or a home office place, or go home and scan it and turn it into a PDF. The system will only allow you to upload your negative COVID-19 test in PDF form. A lot of people are asking me, what is a PDF? It's a document that is turned into a visual photo that cannot be changed. And that's how I'll explain it. If you don't have a PDF converter at home or a scanner at home, you will have to go to a place where they can scan it for you and send it to your email so you can upload it in the portal. That's very critical, guys, because we have been seeing people get to Hawaii, and when they get there, they didn't upload their documents. You must go to quarantine. They didn't get the right test, and they didn't listen that you have to have a test from a place on the list that is approved by Hawaii. For some reason, when I tell people that, they're not listening, and they're going still to get their test anywhere. And when they get to Hawaii, and this is a couple of times in the past, they get to Hawaii and they are quarantined. A lot of people are asking me, why are you so stressed out about this test? And why are you like telling us 1,000 times? Because you can tell somebody and send an email out 1,000 times. But if someone is not listening and someone's not reading, they're going to get to Hawaii like all of these other people are getting there, and they're going to be in quarantine. So the people that are associated with me, I care about them. I care about their investment. I care about them having a wonderful vacation. So I am going beyond my call of duty to make sure everyone has this information. And if you're watching me and you're not traveling with me and you're traveling with someone else, like I heard yesterday or day before, someone booked a trip with another company and they didn't tell them this. They got to Hawaii, and I'll just say yesterday, but I think it was the day before yesterday, not in my group, and they are in quarantine because they didn't get the right test. You can only get the test. I don't know how much I can stress this. You can only get a test from one of the locations that's approved by Hawaii. All right, and it has to be a NAAT test. And it could come from Walgreens, it could come from CVS, it could come from AFC. It's American Families Care Facility, like a walk-in mini clinic. But you have to go on Hawaii's website and check out the list for yourself. You can put in Google's Hawaii Safe Travel Partners or Hawaii COVID Safe Travel Partners. And all the people or companies that give out the test that's approved by Hawaii will show you. They will show up. All right, let me tell you what's going to happen if you do not upload your documents. When you get to Hawaii, you're going to be quarantined. All right, we don't want that. Please, guys, if you're going with me, get your documents uploaded. Make sure it's a PDF. It will not even load on the system if it's not a PDF. If you're still confused about a PDF, call your nieces, your nephews, the kids under 15. They know how to do everything. You can't take a photo of the negative 19 test and try to upload it in the system. It will not happen. Next thing, if you've done everything right, you've uploaded your documents, you filled out your 24-hour questionnaire, and you're about to jump on the flight, and you don't have the 2 green check marks yet to say that you're approved, that only means, this is if you've done everything right, that only means that you've done it too late, but that's okay. You'll still get into Hawaii. They just haven't had the chance to look at it yet because you could have did it 24 hours before, or that meant that they can't read something and they want to look at your documents when you get there, but you have already uploaded them. That's the key. They have to already be uploaded. You can't just arrive in Hawaii with a negative 19 test and not put it into the Safe Travels account that you're supposed to create. You still will be quarantined. You'll be like, well, I have my negative test. I've done everything right. I'm here. Here's my paper. No, guys. It has to be uploaded in the Safe Travels account that you're going to create. And if you want that account information, send me a message in the message down in the bottom. Send me an email. Do something. Whether you're traveling with me or whether you're traveling with someone else. I have been to Hawaii this is going to be my 4th time. But the last 2 times, I've witnessed people there crying. I've witnessed honeymooners getting there, crying. I've witnessed people that the wife got the right test, the husband didn't. I've witnessed somebody getting there with no test, and they're thinking they're going to get a test when they get there. None of that exists in Hawaii at this present time. And even if you're not, we're going to Honolulu, Waikiki area. If you're going there, these are the rules. If you're going to one of the other islands, I'm not going to confuse you, so we're going to stay in Honolulu, the Waikiki area. Some people know Oahu. That is the name of the real island, Oahu. But it's in Honolulu is the city, and Waikiki is the area. So if you're going there, you must have an approved COVID-19 test. It must be a NAAT test. That could be a PCR. That can be from anywhere that's on the list. It could be an ID Now test that comes back within 3 or 4 hours if you get it from Walgreens, because that is a NAAT test. But listen, some of the people that are going with me are not listening. They're asking the same question over. They're going to the places, and I probably can have some of my customers on here that's not going to Hawaii tell you how many times I've been on here, how many emails I've sent out, how many Zooms I've done for this trip, and some people are still not understanding. So I'm not trying to be condescending. I'm trying to be thorough. I'm trying to be forward. I'm trying to be as detailed as I possibly can. You know, usually I'm all bubbly and excited, but I'm excited still because I'm about to get up out of here in a minute. But I wanted to do this last live to make sure someone could probably listen better than they're reading. Some people aren't opening their email. So if you're going to get a negative test and you're going to a location and you're not checking your emails, you're not going to junk, you can't determine whether your email provider is going to send the message from your test in your junk, in a spam folder, in a promotion folder, in an advertising folder. Some of your email accounts, especially if you have Gmail, they have several email folders that you don't even probably know you have. They have social media folders. So sometimes those emails go in those folders. So please, I don't want you to get your test and be like, they never sent me the results and I'm sitting here waiting, and you don't check your email and you didn't look in your junk folders. In some of the places when they send you the results, like I went to Walgreens. When I got the message, it didn't say your results are back from Walgreens. It had a medical facility's name, and Walgreens' name was really, really small. I don't know how it comes back at CVS, but I've taken a test before for another location for Mexico, and I went somewhere and they sent me the results, and it came from another location. Even though the name of the medical facility was one thing, or the location, the results sometimes come back from a name that you don't recognize. And some of you just delete emails, don't check emails. Please, for the next couple of days, if you are going to Hawaii and you're getting your test on this Saturday to come on the 1st, please check your email. Please check your junk. Please check your spam. Next thing, please upload your negative 19 COVID test in your Safe Travels account that you are supposed to create. When I gave it to you a couple of months ago, a couple of weeks ago, a couple of days ago, a couple of hours ago. If you don't know what the Safe Travels account is, I want a message dropped right here in the comments to say, Tawanda, what is the address in the search engine that I need to put in to create my Safe Travel account? And then I want you guys to, once you upload your documents and do your Safe Travel questionnaire 24 hours before you fly, I want you to make a copy of your COVID-19 test and have it in your hand. I didn't say don't upload it and have it in your hand. I said upload it, but also have a copy in your hand. And the reason I say that is because if you upload your documents and they can't read it, they know you've you've uploaded it, so you've done the right thing. But when you land and they couldn't read it, they'll ask you, do you have a copy? So you can get through the process quicker. Also, if you have created an account, let me turn this off right here, not now. Also, if you have created an account on the Safe Travel site, you have to get to Hawaii. When you get to Hawaii, they're going to ask you to open that up, because once you've done everything right, you're going to be issued a QR code. You know, the little codes that look like a little squiggly on them. It's in a square that you can put your phone against. That's going to be on your phone or whatever device you bring. You need to make sure you have your password and your login information. If you guys sometimes don't remember your password and your login, you are going to be in a line and struggling, because you have to have that. You have to be signed in with a phone or some kind of iPad to open it up and show the people that you have been approved with your QR code, meaning that you have done everything right. And again, if you have done everything right, you have got the right test, you did your questionnaire within 24 hours, and you don't have 2 green checks to say that you're approved before you get on the flight, that only means that they want to check you again when you get there. So don't be worried about that, because some people are going to get the 2 checks and some people won't. It's just like going through TSA. Some people will get pulled to the side because they want that extra check on you, and some people will go through smoothly. It's the same thing, so don't be paranoid about that. But if you do everything that I said, and you know you've done everything right, so let's sleep easy, let's relax, let's get on this flight, let's have a great time, and you won't have to worry about anything. If you have tested positive when you get your test, and this is when, if you're going with me on this trip, if you have tested positive for COVID-19 and you're unable to go because you can't leave out of the room if you test positive, if you don't have travel insurance, your money is not protected. Even today, you still have the opportunity to purchase travel insurance. You don't know what's going to happen until you take your test. So I have said, please, I have kind of almost said, pretty please, get some travel insurance, not only to protect your investment, but if your flight has a delay, if you have if your bags get lost, if you get sick, not even just from the coronavirus, if you get sick. I've had a lady on travel that had the travel insurance, and she fell and broke her shoulder. She was out of California. And one of the people that referred her to me will probably watch this video. We had to get her a medevac helicopter to fly her to the hospital, because she was on a cruise ship last year before the pandemic shut down the cruise. So she was an older lady, and she was like, I don't go anywhere without travel insurance. And she fell and broke her shoulder. And they were out at sea, and they had to bring the plane and then the helicopter on the ship. And not only did she have insurance, her roommate had insurance, so her roommate was taken care of also. They were both able to get off the ship on the helicopter, get to the hospital in another country, and be flown back to California. So travel insurance covers many things, not just sickness. It covers your lost bags, medical, delays in your flight, missed days. So please get the travel insurance. It's still not too late. I went over everything on this list, and I'm done. I am Tawanda Dofat. I am the president and CEO of Majestic Millionaires Travel Agency, where we have every trip good for you. And I look forward to seeing you in Hawaii or any other place in the United States or around the world. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.